So I always thought postpartum depression was like inconsolably crying, like laying around in bed all day, that sort of thing. But that's not how it presented for me. And I think that there are many different ways that depression can present. So I just wanted to share with you how some of my symptoms were not what you would necessarily think. So the first one was utter exhaustion. I feel like this one can get confused with normal mom stuff, like, oh yeah, you're not sleeping, of course you're tired, whatever. But it was deeper than that. It was like in my bones. Like it felt like I couldn't go on. Like everything was such a struggle. Everything was such an effort. Everything was so exhausting, even small tasks. And that like level of sheer exhaustion was due to my depression. It wasn't due to like normal mom stuff. The second thing was I had this like hole in the heart feeling, like this heaviness in my chest that it was like it just existed. It didn't seem like it was for any particular reason, and I didn't even know what it was, but it just felt like, ugh, that was depression. The third one was feeling lonely. I just felt like really alone. Like I just felt like I was, I don't know, isolated by myself. Like nobody really understood what I was going through. The next thing was I felt like nobody cared about me. Even like all the people that in my life that do care and love me, care about me and love me a lot, I just felt like they didn't. I was like, nobody cares what I'm going through. Nobody understands what I'm going through. And that was depression. Rage, I think, is associated with depression. And I was experiencing a lot of like irritability and like very, very like just bad moods, like more than normal bad moods. And like I think that can be written off sometimes too, as like, oh, she's just hormonal or whatever. But it was deeper than that. It just wasn't. And then not feeling like myself at all was like another sign of depression. Like we sort of lose ourselves in motherhood a little bit, and you kind of, in some ways, you grieve the person that you were before, right? Before kids. Like you crave that sort of like independence, or like, will I ever be the same again? And it was more than just like that sort of thing. It was like I just didn't even like know who I was anymore. Like I just didn't even feel like myself. And hopelessness. I felt like things would never get better. I really did. I felt like I was like, this is it for me. I'm never going to feel better. Nobody can tell me otherwise. And this is permanent. And I think that's the big one that I really want to share with people, is that it does make you feel hopeless. It does make you feel like it's forever. And it's not. Like, it's very treatable. And like, sure, it takes time and things like that. But it's not forever. It's going to make you believe that it's a hopeless situation, but there is definitely hope. And I feel so much better now. I know that you can too.